Most of you are wasting your lives. You're chasing validation, scrolling endlessly, and living for the approval of people who don't even care about you. It's time to stop. Focus solely on yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. Let's get one thing straight. The world doesn't owe you anything. Society doesn't care about your excuses, your feelings, or your potential. It only cares about what you can do. And right now, if you're honest with yourself, you're not doing enough. You're distracted. You're weak. You're living for everyone else but yourself. This isn't about self-help fluff or vague motivational quotes. This is about Stoic philosophy, principles that have stood the test of time because they work. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about being disciplined. It's about focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. It's about building a life that's unshakable no matter what happens around you. If you're tired of feeling like a spectator in your own life, if you're ready to stop wasting time and start building something real, this is for you. Step 1. Cut the noise. The first step is not just difficult, it's ruthless, but it's necessary. Look around you. Your mind is under siege, bombarded every second by distractions vying for your attention. Social media feeds designed to keep you scrolling, people whose negativity pollutes your energy, mindless entertainment that numbs rather than nourishes. These aren't just minor inconveniences, they are thieves, robbing you of your most precious resource, time. Time you'll never get back. Stoicism urges us to take back control. You may not be able to silence the chaos of the world, but you can decide what enters your mind. So, take action. Delete the apps engineered to keep you hooked. Unfollow the accounts that leave you feeling inadequate. Distance yourself from toxic people who drain your ambition. Replace empty consumption with meaningful creation. Read books that challenge your thinking. Engage in conversations that elevate your perspective. Pursue skills that shape your future. This isn't about self-denial. It's about self-respect. Every wasted moment is a lost opportunity to build yourself into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. Ask yourself, do you want to be a passive observer of your own life, or its deliberate architect? Step 2. Define your mission. You can't focus on yourself if you don't know what you're focusing on. Most men drift through life like a ship without a rudder, tossed around by the waves of circumstance, reacting instead of acting, existing instead of truly living. They wake up, go to work, come home, distract themselves with entertainment, and repeat the cycle without ever questioning where they're headed. But is that living or merely surviving? The Stoics believed in something greater, a life of purpose. Marcus Aurelius, a warrior, emperor, and philosopher, understood this well when he wrote, "You must have a purpose in life that is greater than your own pleasure or comfort. Without a mission, life becomes a fog. Days blur into weeks, weeks into years, and suddenly, you wonder where all the time went. But when you have a mission, the fog lifts." So, what's your mission? Not your job, not your obligations to others. Your mission, the fire that wakes you up in the morning and drives you forward, the legacy you want to leave behind. What kind of man do you want to become? Do you want to be disciplined, respected, unshakable? Write it down. Don't just think about it. Commit it to paper. Be specific. This isn't a wish list of vague dreams, it's the blueprint of your future. A man with a mission walks differently. He speaks with conviction. His decisions become effortless because he knows what aligns with his purpose and what doesn't. Distractions lose their grip on him. He doesn't waste time chasing validation or indulging in meaningless pursuits because he's too busy building something that truly matters. Define your mission, and everything else falls into place. Step 3. Embrace discomfort. Here's the hard truth. Growth never happens within the warm embrace of comfort. It thrives in struggle, in resistance, in the moments when everything inside you screams for an easier path, yet you push forward anyway. If you're waiting for the perfect time to start, let me spare you the suspense. That moment will never come. Perfection is an illusion, a mirage that keeps you stagnant while time relentlessly marches on. The Stoics understood this. Well, they didn't just tolerate discomfort, they sought it out, knowing that true strength is forged in adversity. Think about it. Have you ever seen a warrior sharpen their blade without grinding it against stone? Have you ever witnessed an oak tree grow tall without enduring storms? If you want to build resilience, you must train in discomfort. Wake up before the sun, even when your body craves more sleep. Step into the cold shower when your instincts beg for warmth. Push yourself in the gym when every muscle burns with fatigue. Face rejection, failure, and uncertainty head-on instead of retreating into the familiar. Each time you choose discipline over indulgence, you're strengthening the most important muscle of all, your mind. Discomfort is not your enemy, it is your teacher. It strips away weakness, revealing the unshakable core beneath. The road to who you want to become is paved with moments of doubt, exhaustion, and fear, but every step forward is a victory. So the next time you find yourself hesitating, ask, do I want comfort or do I want growth? Because you cannot have both. Step 4. Take full responsibility. This is where most men falter, not because they lack intelligence, ambition, or potential, but because they surrender to the most insidious of human tendencies: blame. They point fingers at their childhood, their parents, the economy, their boss, their genetics, anyone and anything but themselves. But here's an unshakable truth. You are responsible for your life. No one else. Not fate, not luck, not society. Just you. Stoicism, the philosophy of true strength, rests on the foundation of personal responsibility. Epictetus, once a slave, rose to become a revered philosopher, not because the world handed him privilege, but because he refused to let misfortune define him. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, he said. And he was right. Look around. How many people do you know who waste years waiting for circumstances to change? How many complain about their situation but take no action to fix it? Don't be one of them. If your life isn't where you want it to be, own that fact. Stop waiting for a savior. No one is coming to rescue you. No one owes you a better life. If you are struggling, take accountability. If you have failed, learn from it. If you are weak, build strength. Excuses are easy. Action is hard. But only one of these leads to freedom. Step 5. Build unshakable discipline. Discipline is the foundation upon which all greatness is built. Without it, even the most gifted individual remains stagnant, trapped in the realm of what could have been. Potential is meaningless unless acted upon. The Stoics understood this deeply. They didn't wait for inspiration to strike. They forged themselves through relentless daily practice. Marcus Aurelius didn't rise each morning pondering whether he felt like leading an empire. He simply did what was necessary. Epictetus, born into slavery, refused to let his circumstances define him. He mastered his mind because it was the one thing he truly owned. So, what's your excuse? Are you waiting for the perfect moment? The right mindset? The spark of motivation that never lasts? Discipline doesn't rely on fleeting emotions. It thrives in discomfort. It's waking up early to train when your body craves more sleep. It's choosing to read and expand your mind instead of mindlessly scrolling through distractions. It's showing up for yourself, day after day, no matter how uninspired you feel. Start small. Pick one non-negotiable habit, a daily action that aligns with your highest purpose. Whether it's pushing through another grueling workout, writing a single page, or mastering a new skill, commit to it. Every day, no exceptions. In the beginning, it will feel insignificant, but discipline compounds like interest. One day, you'll realize you've transformed, not by grand gestures, but by the quiet, consistent force of your own will. You won't need to talk about being great. You will be great. Step 6. Let go of what you can't control. This is the essence of Stoicism, the foundation upon which inner peace and true strength are built. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones, each one representing something beyond your control. Other people's opinions, the economy, the past, the unpredictable twists of life. Now imagine setting that burden down. How much lighter would you feel? How much clearer would your mind be? Most of your stress, anxiety, and frustration don't come from reality itself, but from your resistance to it, your attempt to control the uncontrollable. You can't dictate how others perceive you, no matter how much you try to please them. You can't manipulate the tides of the stock market or rewrite history to undo your mistakes. But what you can control is your response, your actions, your mindset, your discipline. Consider Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled the Roman Empire during plagues, wars, and betrayals. He couldn't control these crises, but he controlled his composure. He focused on leading with wisdom, on doing his duty, on embodying virtue despite the chaos around him. When you release your grip on what you were never meant to hold, you don't lose power. You gain it. You reclaim the energy wasted on worry and redirect it toward self-mastery, resilience, and purposeful action. The moment you stop fighting the current, you learn how to swim. Conclusion. At the end of the day, you have one life, one fleeting chance to carve out a legacy that means something. Every second that slips through your fingers is a second you will never get back. How much longer will you let distractions, self-doubt, and the expectations of others dictate your path? How many more dreams will you postpone before you realize that time waits for no one? This isn't about selfishness, it's about self-mastery. Because only when you cultivate strength, true unshakable inner power, can you make a lasting impact on the world. The stronger you become, the more you have to give. The more disciplined you are, the more freedom you create. But none of it happens by accident. It begins with a choice. Your choice. So if you're ready to step up, to reclaim your focus, to silence the noise and forge your own path, then hit that like button and subscribe to Quotes and Relax 95. This is just the starting line. The real work begins now. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay relentless, and remember, the world has enough weak men. It needs you at your absolute best. Now go, make it happen.